Hello folks and welcome along to another race here, and we are with Red Horse Racing. We are in season 10 division 1 and this is round 4, and we're here at the Losail International Circuit in Qatar. This track is a 5.419 kilometre and 3.367 mile long track. The tyres we're going to be using here today are the C3, C2 and C1 tyres. So the C3 for the softs, C2 for the mediums and the C1 for the hard compound tyres. And we'll have a wee quick look at the standings. We'll wait for everyone to get around on track. So we've got Bob in the Aston Martin, who's on 67 points. We've got Bo in second on 64. We've got Mel Dave on 53. Then we've got Super Striker on 39. James M, a reserve driver, on 37 points. Then we've got M Harry in the Red Bull, 32 points. 1 point behind him is the Mercedes of Joshy Wokel. In 8th place we've got Ben T Smith in the McLaren on 27 points. On 23 points we've got GoBucks in the Mercedes, and we've got Unzi in 10th on 21 points, and that's Silver. Then we've got Ross in 11th in the Williams with 21 points, and we've got 4 drivers all tying on 20 points for that 12th place. We've got Cookie, a reserve driver, Will Margin in the Williams, EP in the RB, and Brewdog in the Haas, and that's us going down to 15th place. So we'll have a wee quick rush around and see. It's going to be our championship leader who's going to be first out on the on his lap. And there we go, we'll see him crossing that start finish line. He's going to have that DRS wide open down into turn 1. Just a little break there, not too much, as it's a really fast track here. Into turn 2, just a little touch on the brakes, down the gear. Now using that curb up on the exit, taking as much as you can here on the curbs, getting it over to the left hand side as much as possible so you can throw it right in there into this double right hander of turns 4 and 5. And now into 6, getting the car slowed down right enough there. Nicely done there from Bob. Now into turn 7 and 8 now. Into 9 and 10. It's a very complicated section. They're trying to in that S's there. Into 11, this big winding left-hander corner. And now we've got 12, 13 and 14. It's like a triple right-hander, a bit like in Texas. And now we go around turn 15, and then there we go. We're just coming up to the final corner now. Clipping that apex on the inside, being careful not to exceed track limits on the exit. DRS will be wide open now to the line. 121.963 for the Aston Martin driver. That was a really good time. We've got Harry there in the Red Bull, 123.003. Who have we got up next? We're going to have the Mercedes of Joshy Wokel goes second, 122.907. Then we've got Jay-Z in the Ferrari, 122.838. We had a little margin there, 122.838. Super Striker, 122.199. Who is going to be next around? We'll see. Is it going to be Morph? No, just starting a lap. Nobby Bootneck is just coming to finish up off top. So we'll go on board with him. And he goes 8th, 123.249. Got quite a way to catch up if he's going to want to hope to get that pole position. Let's see who is coming up next. Always grinding, just starting a lap there. We've got Eric Pinto just finishing his lap in that RB, and he puts in a 149.650, so that's not going to be a quick time from him. And he's going to have to go around it again. We've got Horatio, who's not seen here recently, I don't think. Just coming up to the end of the second sector. got a car just in front of him with a Haas. I'm unsure whether that be Super Calgon or Brewdog, but whoever it is, they're on a lap. Just coming around turn 14 now. And the 15th there, using up that track on the exit. He's going to have a slipstream to the end of this lap. And if that's going to help him, or has it hindered him? I think it did help him. 122.363. Nicely done from Ratio in that Mercedes. We'll move further down here. We've got Mel Davies just starting a lap. Morph is just coming up to the end sector 1. Always grinding. He is always grinding right now to the end of the line. 123.563 is good enough for 12th position for now. We'll go further down here and have a wee quick look. Mel Davis, he's just coming to turn 7 now. In the middle of sector 2, the middle of the track here. Bit of a windy section here. Now turn 10, and then you've got this long left hand of turn 11. Of course, Mel Dave doing quite well in the standings as of yet. Sitting in third place, only 13 points behind the leader. Let's see if he's going to be able to get further up here and see if he's going to slot in at least third here. He's coming to the line. Times you're going to be able to do, it's not going to be quick enough. It's going to be a 14th, 123.654. Ben T. Smith, our 8th in the driver's standings right now. And he's just invalidated his lap. That's a bit unfortunate. That is something that does tend to happen in qualifying sometimes. Oh. Yep, sorry. So have a wee quick look at the constructor standings right now. We've got Ferrari on 99 points, Aston Martin's on 76, tying with Alpine. They're both on 76 points. We've got 70 points for Red Bull in 4th and 5th, Mercedes on 54. Then we've got Sauber on 40, same with Williams, both tying for that 6th position. Then we've got RB in 8th on 37, 1 point behind them is Haas in 9th. And 4 points behind that, with 32 points, is McLaren in 10th at the back of the grid. Now, I've got the chat up. If anyone feels free, if they want to fire a little message in, you can. There we go. So, let's see, where is Brewdog on track? Brewdog's actually down on his lap at the moment. Just coming through sector 2 and now coming past turn 8 and now on to 9. We'll see how well he's going to be able to do. Didn't set the best time there, always grinding, leaving the session. I must have disconnected, unfortunately. Hopefully he could get back in before the end of the session. Let's see how Brewdog is going to do, using up as much of that track as he can. Oh, he's to start a lap now. He's actually running kind of low on fuel, so I think he's just going to be jumping into the pits. Yes, he is. Nobby Bootneck on a lap now. Coming up to turn 10. Let's see how the silver driver is going to do. Is he going to be able to get a better time than a 1:23.249? He's just coming up to the end of sector 2, so we'll be able to see what time he's going to be able to put on the board. He's running just 2 to 300ths slower at the moment, which is not much, but you could, if you could pull it back in the closing couple of corners here, it is possible to possibly even move up a few spaces. Now around the final corner, just keeping it within track limits there, and he wasn't up on his time, so he decided to jump into the pits. We've got Morph right now on a lap, and also another thing to note, all you people that are watching out there, this is going to be a 3 compound race today. So what that's going to mean is every driver on the grid, all 19 drivers, are going to have to go into the pits and get have each set of tyres. So it's going to be at least a 2-stop race for everyone here. And to be honest, we kind of seen that a couple of years ago anyway, didn't we, when the Formula 1 did actually come here, and the tyres were only able to do, like, what was it, 18 laps, no matter what compound you were on. So yeah, Mark, they're getting the fastest lap of 1:21.887. The only other person in the 1:21s with Bob. So let's see, whereabouts is her ratio right now. Ratio's just coming there, but we're on board with Morph as they're just going to start a lap. And what we'll do is we're just going to do a little silent lap right now. And there we go, 1:22.893. That's good enough for 10th place. So nicely done from the McLaren driver. I'm surprised we've not seen Connor, Murph, or Connor or Murph anyway come out. I don't think they have even set a lap as of yet. We've got last place Brewdog right now, who's not been able to set a competitive lap time as of yet. We'll see how Brewdog is going to be as he's just coming around turn 11 to the end of sector 2. He's up by half a second on his time, but that's not going to be enough to be able to get him up any positions. Always grinding to join back into the session. That is nice there from him. If he's going to be able to get in time to be able to get a new set of tyres on and get another lap in. So Brewdog was quicker, but just not quick enough. A 123.672. Super Calgon on a lap, and has apparently gone personal session best, gone purple in sector 2, but we'll see how that's going to be, if that's either going to be a personal best or a session best. Just managing to keep it within the white lines there on the exit of turn 15 there. Nicely done, using up as much of that track as possible. Not as much there on turn 16 there, but still manages to move up a position and is up by 4/10 up into 13th place there. Nicely done. Nobby Bootneck on a lap. Now we're just coming up to the 2-minute mark right now, and that is all the time they're going to have left in order to get across that line and start a lap. Oh, just managing to keep it in within the white lines there. I think that might have just been pushing the limits there. Nice from Nobby Bootneck. Now he's just coming up to the final corner now, turn 16. And oh, jumps into the pits, not up on his time. And that's going to be his last lap. So he's going to be starting 8th or less, and same with everyone else who is in the pits right now. And they'll most likely be trying to save tyres here for the rest coming. And I'm quite surprised Connor and Murph haven't came out of the garages yet, which is quite surprising. I'm unsure about what happened there. And not finding anything out. So yeah, it's going to appear that they're not going to be able to get a lap in. What we're going to do is we'll go down to Ben T. Smith, who's still yet to set a time. We'll see if he's going to be able to put a time on the board. We'll just keep an eye on him for closing a few minutes. But Brewdog's still pushing and on a hot lap right now. He's not got a lot of battery, so I doubt they're going to go any quicker than what they already have. We've got Harry here, who's on a lap right now. Just coming into turn 3. We'll have a wee look further up to see. Oh, is that Super Calgon off the track? Super Calgon is off the track. And right off track. I'm actually surprised he's still managing to keep it going there. Using up as much of that road as possible, trying to stay out the way. But Mark there getting the faster lap of 121.679. We'll keep going through the drivers here. We've got Ross Northover. He's going to be the next driver to come to the... Oh, Ben T. Smith. Parked in a dangerous location, turn 8. That is disappointing. Is that someone else off the track there? Oh, it is. It's always grinding. Always grinding. Spun out there at turn 8. Turn 7, sorry. Bob getting the fastest lap of 121.610. Alright, comes to the line, goes 8th, the 122.619. Booyaka. Nicely done from him. And I'm unsure, but yep, that might be it. Yep, Super Striker just coming to the line at 121.896. And that is it. I think Morph, yep, didn't manage to keep it within the white lines, and always grinding unfortunately went off the track and is not going to be able to set a competitive lap time. Yep, always grinding, going to the end of his lap anyway. And now we'll just need to wait for Morph in that McLaren to get wheeled back into the garage. What the? What? I've never seen it in that camera before. I just realised, 2 seconds folks. Right, folks, we're going to have to do this quickly. So we've got Bob, who got the fastest laps, is going to be starting in P1. Then we've got Mark in second, Super Striker third. Then we've got Ratio fourth, Little Margin fifth, sixth, Johnny Wilco's, Jay-Z in seventh, eighth, M. Harry, Ross North over ninth. Then we've got Mel, Dave, Nobby Bootneck, Eric Pinto, Morph, Super Calgon, Brewdog, Always Grinding, Connor, Morph, and Ben T. Smith. Jesus, you guys really need to stop rushing it here. Oh, Jesus, breathing. Give me a minute. Yep, so as everyone is starting to get ready, getting their strategies ready and their fuel levels and final little checks to the car as well. And then we'll be able to see them going and getting ready for a formation lap around this 5.419 kilometre track, or if you prefer that in miles, 3.367. And of course, with this being a 3 compound tyre strategy race, and they're going to be using all 3 tyre compounds, the softs, the mediums, and the hards, it's worth noting that the pit lane, the time loss is 23 seconds under green flag conditions. Under safety car or virtual safety car, it is 17 seconds, so you get a 6-second time gain by taking the pit when it's a safety car compared to when it isn't. And we're going to be racing for 29 laps around here, folks. Right, so folks, here we are, we're getting the formation lap underway, and we'll have a wee look at the tyre strategies. So we've got Bob in first on the softs, and we've got the medium of Mark Super Striker on the softs, also Ratio on the hard. So we've got 3 hard runners, Eric Pinto as well in 12th, and Ben T. Smith starting at the back of the grid In 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, we've all got soft runners with Little Majin, Joshy Woko, Jay-Z and M. Harry. Ross Northover and Mel Davin 9th and 10th on the mediums, and we've got Nobby Bootneck on the softs. We've got Morph on the mediums in 13th, and we've got both Hasses in 14th and 15th on the softs. Same with the Alpine of Always Grinding Connor, who didn't manage to get a lap in, or didn't come out of the garage. Same with Murph. Connor will be starting on the mediums, and on the softs is Murph. And Benty Smith will be starting on the hards after getting disqualified at the end of qualifying there. So now we're just waiting for the drivers to get lined back up on the grid, and Bob has actually got a long time to wait as we get ready to get back underway and get this race underway. And he's actually pulled away quite a distance there. We see just the last couple of cars just coming up to turn 16 as he's lined up on the grid. Oh, Morphin Super Calgon getting put back a place a little bit as it going overextend as we go. Bloody hell, I don't even know, it's 5 red lights. And we're away for the start of the Qatar Grand Prix, and it looks like Bobo's went and got a poor start. And the Alpine Mark has actually managed to pull off and managed to get up. Jay-Z up 2 places. Ratio getting a terrible start on them hard compound tyres. M. Harry is up a place. Joshy Woko stays where he is. We've got Jay-Z up 2 places. We've got Ratio just falling down the order there. And we've seen that Ferrari just going off track a little there. When we look, the Ferrari and the McLaren there of Morph and Mel Dave battling it out. We've seen how things are going to unfold, and there's been contact. Who's that there was just contact with? I think that was Brewdog there, and he actually dropped down a bit, did he? No, sorry, it was Eric Pinto in the RB. Brewdog just losing the position there to Always Grinding. He's grinding his way back up to the top if possible. And, wait a second. It's because Connor must have desynced earlier on. So now flashing our way back up the pack here and seeing how things are going to be going at the front. We've got Super Striker just behind, and he's on the soft tyres also, same as Bob. I'm quite surprised Bob didn't get a better start considering he was on them soft tyres, but looking at it right now, there he is. He could smell the exhaust fumes coming off the back of that Alpine, and now he moves to the right hand side, and he is alongside that Alpine going into turn 1. He's got the inside line, and there we go, the Aston Martin's back up into the lead. You see Super Striker, he'll be smelling that blood in the water now, and he'll be going for that second place, smelling that Mark is vulnerable. Also was being on them softer tyres compared to Mark being on them yellow-walled medium compound tyres. Mark could be in for a little bit of a defending session coming up here. We look further down, Harry, looks like he's going to wide, trying to get a better line to try and line up a pass on Joshy Locals. Going further down, Super Calgon and the McLaren of Morph. And Morph actually ends up getting a penalty for going off the track there. And I think, in my honest opinion, that might have been a bit deserved, because he never gave Super Calgon the room there on the inside of turn 9 there. So Morph getting the first exceeding track limits penalty of the night. Nobby Bootneck makes that 2. So both on lap 2, they both get a 3-second time penalty. Looking further up, Super Striker trying to line up and overtake. And the Alpine! How? The Alpine of Mark has actually spun right around on a straight. How did that happen? And now he's just been overtaken by everybody there. That is I have no idea how that happened. I'm hoping we're going to be able to hear from Mark later on and find out what happened. But now, from second place, he's fell down 10 positions, all the way down to 12th. That is, yeah, that was a bit shocking to see. I just caught that out in the corner of my eye there. Let's go further up at the front here. Both these racers on soft tyres. We've got same with Majin as well. So right there, we'll have a wee quick look at tyre strategy. So the top 6 all on soft compound tyres. Ross actually doing quite nice on them mediums. Up 2 places. Morph doing really well on them medium tyres. He's up 5 places in that McLaren. So up from 13th place up to 8th. Nicely done. Now we see a little Majin into the pits already. That's surprising. Is he needing any work done to the car? No, he's just coming in for a tyre change. He's getting them mediums on. Oh. So an early pit stop, hoping to make a big undercut on the rest of the field. And well, he's been overtaken by the AI car of Connor, who is, I think he joined the lobby, got in, and then disconnected. So look further up as we go further up, seeing if there's any action close. Having a look at Super Calgon, he'll be wanting to get up another place and get past Ratio, who's on them hard compound tyres. He's going to have to try and make this overtake quickly before the soft tyres start wearing down and it starts coming into the harder compound territory. As we know, these soft tyres do wear down really quickly. Of course, being the softest tyre out there, it's of the range, equivalent to, I think it was an ultra soft before it all changed over and everything. So yeah, quite fragile tyres. Looking at Super Calgon, Harry and Morph. Super Calgon jumped into the pits also, so that's going to leave Bob to go flying ahead on them soft tyres. Same with Harry. I'm actually surprised at how early everyone is pitting here. Welcome along everyone who's just the folks who just joined there. Welcome along. And so we've seen a few of them. We've got Ben T. Smith getting a 3-second time penalty there. It's a bit unfortunate there. We've got Little Majin on the medium compound tyres. We've got hards for Super Striker and Jay-Z, and mediums for Joshy Volkos, Super Calgon and Murph. And Nobby Bootneck on the hard compound tyres as well. So we'll have a wee quick look at the gap to the leader. Of course, remembering it was a 23-second pit stop, and we're seeing it's 25 seconds to Little Majin right now. So if Bob is going to have to pit, he's going to have to do it right this lap, I would say. But then again, he's still got plenty of life in them soft compound tyres. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Is he's just a way to come around the final corner. Of course, the pit line just on the right hand side there, and he's jumping into the pits now, and so is Harris, and that leaves Ross in that Williams to take over the lead. So let's see, Mark getting past Ratio there. Is Mark actually going to be able to take the lead of this Grand Prix possibly? If he keeps up this pace, then possibly. Bob looking at it, Bob just coming out just behind the Little Majin there. So he's going to have to, so it must have been a little bit longer than 23 seconds for a pit stop. But looking right now, he's on them fresh hard tyres. Super Striker on them 1 lap older hard tyres. Of course, his ones will be all nicely warm and toasty. Well, Bob's will still be on the little bit of a chilly side. But looking right now, looks like Little Margin in the net lead at the moment. Still waiting on a good few folk coming into the pits. We'll check back with Morph right now as he's only sitting half a second off of Ross, just ahead of him in the lead. And see Mark there just right on the tail of that McLaren. DRS is wide open for the both of them, and also for that Mercedes of Ratio just behind, but it was Alpine of Mark Bow moves to the left, the right hand side of that McLaren, and he's got that inside line into turn one, which is going to switch to the outside line. Is he going to stick it around the outside? He's going to try and keep it, but nope, he has to give up the position. That McLaren of Morph had that inside line covered on turn two. Nicely done, always grinding into the pits, getting off them soft compound tyres now and onto the yellow walled medium tyres. Now looking at this top five here, these guys battling it out for the lead right now, but of course they've all still got to pit at least once still. We'll get that back to, now Mill. When we look further down, Bob still stuck behind Super Striker right now, and Little Magician is actually a good 2.5 seconds up the road now on Super Striker there. The two that are battling out for the lead right now. Of course, the rest of the racers have still got to make a pit stop from 7th. Between 1st and 7th have still got to switch a tyre. So we'll see how that's going to fare for them and where that's going to drop them down, as it is going to drop them down quite a fair bit now. But of course that could all come right back into their hands in the next few moments. Oh, Super Cal going 3 second time penalty, and Ross just getting past there. When we look now, seeing is Joshy going to be able to get that overtake? Nope, he isn't. What about no one managing to get an overtake there. Eric Pinto getting a 3 second time penalty for exceeding track limits. You don't want to be doing that. Oh, Morph down in another place. Mark managing to get past Mark finally managing to get past and move up into that second place. Now he's going to be chasing down Ross. He's going to be planning on overtaking in just a few short moments after they come around at turn 16. He's going to be waiting until then so he can strike and use that DRS to full effect and open that rear wing wide open and just let that air just breeze past and through that rear wing. Unlike the Williams of Rosses, who will have to stay shut, and that air will be smacking right off of that, slowing that Williams right down. Well, Mark gets that extra, I think, was it 12 mile an hour quicker? Yep, it is. And is Morph going to be having a wee look? He's having a wee look down the inside there, but has to leave it. And this is giving her Ratio a chance to try and get up into third place here on them hard compound tyres. Of course, his tyres will be faring quite nicely right now, with everyone else around him being on medium tyres. His tyres will still have that bit more life, and they'll start be coming into a realm of their own in just about now, as the hard tyres could do about 20 laps here. The mediums could do roughly about 17 laps, and soft tyres could only well, I've got here it says up to 14, but we all know it could be about 12 even. Who knows? I'm not the one in the car seat, but they will be able to tell you better than what I can. Right now we've got Mark Bow in first, second Ross Northover, Morph in the McLaren in third, Ratio in fourth, and then Mel Dave in fifth. Morph just getting a 3 second time penalty, of course. But judging by the way things are going, majority of the grid is going to end up having 3 second time penalties by the end of the session. Now looking on at this, we've got Mel Dave jumping into the pits now, hoping to try and get a jump on the rest of them that have stayed out. So let's see, where is Little Margin? Is Little Margin going to be able to get the jump? Yes. Bob. Yep, also I'm seeing the Super Striker Mel Dave just dropping down. Is he going to be passed by his teammate here and the Haas of Super Calgon? Yes. Murph too, and always grinding. Oh, so still managed to get out in front of always grinding there in 15th place, so going all the way from 5th and losing 10 places. Now looking on, we've got the two Red Bulls looking to attack Bob and get up and get that 8th place. So let's see what's going to happen here. There's battle for 8th place, but we've also got this battle for the lead right now, which no overtakes are going to be happening, so we'll flash back further down. Seeing Super Striker, he'll have the DRS on the Aston Martin of Bob out in front. We see they're going board, and he moves out to the right hand side and takes that 8th position. Is his teammate going to be able to do anything? Nope. He's going to have to be patient, but he's got that Mercedes of Joshy Wilco just behind in 11th place, not too far. Always grinding, getting past Mel Dave there. So Mel Dave did come out ahead of Always Grinding. Now Always Grinding with the medium tyres managing to get past Mel Dave there and move up into that 15th place. We'll pay attention to the see Mark has actually pulled away a little gap. We'll have a quick look at the gap to the leader. So if Mark jumps into the pits now, he's going to end up behind Super Calgon in 13th. So that's a long way to go. Right now, the leader technically is Little Margin, the only person who's oh, there we go. Old person in the top 7 who's pit, and that's the way to change now. Little Margin did pit quite early for them medium compound tyres. Guess the softs weren't agreeing, or he just wanted to get that pit stop out of the way and get some clean air, which I would say is always a good idea to use the softs, and yeah. But we'll see. Oh, and we'll see there Bob getting back past Super Striker there. And the Super Striker going to try and do anything? No, he's not going to be able to this lap. He's going to have to just wait and be patient, and hopefully try and get him on the next time around. So we've just seen Ross and Morph jump into the pits there, and they came up behind Super Calgon there. So we'll see how everyone else is going to be able to do it when they jump into the pits in the next few moments. Harry getting a 3-second time penalty. That is one thing he does not want if he's trailing his teammate just there. He's down another place there. He's down in 9th place. Now this is, we've seen Mark Bow jumping into the pits finally. Ratio's sticking it out on them hard compound tyres still. Same with Ben T. Smith, who was sitting in 19th on the grid just not too long ago. Super Striker trying to eye up this move here. He's got that DRS wide open. He's going to the outside of turn 1, which if he could get alongside, no, it's not going to be able to get it enough, but he's got the switch back on the line. And he's going to be able to get another little switch back on the line, and this could line him up for going into turn 4. Yep. Oh. I thought he was actually going to go for it there. So we've got this battle for third here. We've got Bob has managed to catch up to little Majin here for that third position. Technically it's first right now, considering Horatio and Ben T. Smith have still got to do their pit stops yet. Of course, with this 3-tyre compound strategy format, always it likes to mixes things up quite a bit as who's going to be going on what tyre when. And there we go, Bob moving out the slipstream and now is up into third position. And I've got to say that was a terrible camera angle there, but yep, Little Majin now down in fourth position after being overtaken by Super Striker. By Bob, sorry. Now Super Striker, what is he going to be able to do? Is he going to go for a move next time round? Is he going to be able to? That's the question. Now, of course, this track not really built for Formula 1 car racing. It was built for the motorbikes, the MotoGP, to be specific. And that's why it's got a lot of long, winding corners. Yeah, so it's always better for the bikes in that sort of sense. So here it is a bit more tougher for the Formula 1 cars, I would say. Super Striker now still chewing the tail of Little Majin here, and looking for a way to pull him out the way and get ahead. Ratio 10-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Oh no! That is unfortunate there. Little Majin jumping into the pits now, and that just gives Super Striker free rein to use that DRS now and try and keep up with Bob, who's not got the DRS. We're seeing a good few people pitting. Horatio, Ben T. Smith and Little Majin all pitting there, and they've all dropped right down the order. Horatio in 12th position, but of course he has still got to do another pit stop after this, and he'll most likely be doing it on the soft tyres, which is the only tyre he's got left to use. So now, is Super Striker going to be able to keep within this DRS range before we get to the exit of turn 15? It's sitting at 8/10 right now, and it's actually lessening, so Bob is under threat here, and yep, Super Striker is going to end up getting that DRS after we come around this turn of 16. Now we look at the rear wing of the Red Bull and we see it wide open. Super Striker getting the fastest lap, a 1:25.306. He's in that slipstream. He's going to move to the outside. Is he going to be able to get far enough alongside? No, he isn't. Aston Martin doing excellent defending there. Embracing his inner Fernando Alonso and defending like his life depends on it. Eric Pinto left the session, a little disconnection there. That's a bit unfortunate there. Should hopefully see him come back real soon. Joshy Vogel's in that Mercedes, right on the tail of the other Red Bull of M. Harry. We'll see how he's going to be able to do. If he's going to be able to defend against Joshy Vogel's, but bearing in mind he has got that 3-second time penalty to his name, so that's going to be hindering him until the end of this Grand Prix. He's going to be hoping and praying for him to be able to set up a 3-second time gap. Oh, Mark Bowe getting right close to the back of that Ferrari of Jay-Z there. Mark Bowe on them fresher, harder compound tyres. Harry jumping into the pits, so Mark Bull there will go up to Super Striker, still not close enough. Mark Bull going for it, and he's passed him. My God, I'm sorry, I'm a terrible cameraman. And this all confuses me with the pit line, but looking at Super Striker now, he's having a wee peek down the inside, but he lifts off and he's waiting patiently. Just waiting for that moment where he could strike. Like a snake hidden in the grass. Ross Northover, who went quite long on the medium compound tyres, sitting in 7th place behind Morph. I've got to say, Mark is doing really well, especially recovering from that incident where he spun out on the straight. I'm unsure if there was contact or not. I didn't really get a good look at it, but yeah, he did unfortunately spin out and drop all the way down to, I think it was 12th place. Welcome along, folks who have just joined. Happy to have you here. Now, is he running like? No, he was just recharging. Mark Bull setting the fastest lap of the race. Let's see, Ratio moves to the right hand side on Ross and gets that overtake nice and easy. DRS working wonders there. Always grinding, they're getting a 3-second time penalty. We've seen a few more drivers into the pits now. Seen Joshi Volko's, Murph and Nobby Bootneck all into the pits. And see a Ratio, he's desperate to get past Murph here. Of course, the tyres are in his favour right now, but they won't be for much longer. We'll have a wee quick look back up at the front of the pack. Bob, now, I totally missed that. Bob is in 2nd place, but Super Striker just got himself a 3-second time penalty. That is not what he wanted, and now Super Striker jumps into the pits. Bob follows him in, being extra vigilant on the safety car line there, the pit line, speed limiter line. Mark Bull now goes out in front on them hard compound tyres, and expect he's going to be doing quite a while on them. And we've got the leaders there coming in, and they're jumping onto the medium compound tyres since they've already started on the softs and went onto the hard compound tyres here. There we go, we see Super Striker dropping down to 8th place, same with Bob dropping down to 9th, just behind him. So the lads are technically in the leads. Super Striker though, right on the tail of Little Majin right away. As soon as he's came out of the pits, and it looks like he's eyeing up a move going into turn 6. He decides better against it. He's going to be waiting until the start-finish straight. Most likely we'll keep an eye on the Red Bull of Super Striker for the moment and see when he's going to be able to be going for that overtake. He's got plenty of battery there, and so has Bob just behind him. We've both got 100% battery, doing really well at holding it up, holding it and keeping that battery charged. Now coming around the triple right-hander here. Turns 12, 13 and 14, now coming into 15. He's going to have that DRS, and so is Bob. So we'll see if Super Striker's going to be able to make this move count before he's even got the DRS open. He's already alongside the volumes of Little Majin, and now Bob flying past Little Majin there. Little Majin there was just left standing. It was like he was just sitting still. And now lost 2 places, down from 7th into 9th. Super Striker and Bob up into 7th and 8th now. We'll see how they're going to be able to do it, as they are technically in the lead right now. We'll have a wee quick look at stops at the moment. So the only drivers who have completed it are Super Striker, Bob, Little Margin, basically from 7th to 18th, besides Eric Pinto in 16th, who's still yet to make another pit stop. So Little Margin actually dropping back quite a bit there. Looking at Mel Dave and Ross here, we could be possibly seeing an overtake in the coming moments. Mel Dave is going to have that DRS wide open. You hear that beep there coming through your speakers. That signals the driver that the DRS button is activated, and there we go. We just see Mel Dave whizzing past the Williams of Ross Northover for that 4th position. Super Striker under threat here from Bob. And he manages to keep it, but he's used up a lot of his battery there in order to try and keep that position. He knows that this is the battle for the lead, and he knows that Bob knows that as well. So, who is this going to favour here? Bob or Super Striker? When we'll quick look at the leader gap, if Mark were to pit now, of course I don't think he is, he's going to be pitting at roughly about lap 24. He could possibly end up coming out roughly where Little Margin is right now. And of course, there's quite a few drivers ahead of him with penalties. Of course, the ratio, this is going to really affect him with having that 10-second time penalty. When he goes for his next pit stop, he's going to be waiting there for 10 whole seconds. It used to be 5 seconds on the previous game, but now it has got worse and has went on to 10 seconds now. Ben T. Smith up 13 places right now, Morp up 10. Joshi Volko's getting a 3-second time penalty. And we've seen Ross and Mel Dave battling out. They're side by side coming up to turn 2. Who is going to come out with the win? And there we go, it's Morph who's actually came out as the winner. No, Ross over Mel Dave there, nicely done. Going further down here, we've got Bob still battling it out with Super Striker here. And is he going to go for it? Yes, he's going down the inside at turn 4. He's going to be later on the brakes. No, but it was the Super Striker who was later on the brakes. And managed to keep that place of 7th. And he's actually managed to charge the battery up quite nicely there. Remembering just lately there was an update for the game just recently, so then that was quite a big update. Actually, it changed a whole load of things for the handling. I'm just trying to see where it. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, so we've got a ratio into the pits now. You'll be waiting to jump onto them soft compound tyres. Bob is in that slipstream right now. It's now Dave getting past Ross there. Now is Bob going to be able to make this work? Yes, he is. DRS is wide open on the run to turn 1 and he gets that position. Nice and easy this time. He managed to get close enough and get that traction that he needed out of the final corner. So nicely done from him. We've seen the ratio still in the pits and he's all the way down in 14th right now. Is he even coming out? Yep, he is. After getting that 10-second time penalty removed now. So here we go. We've got a little list here of the updates quite quickly. So we've got it's a big handling balance rework that's happened. So Driving over curbs, cars will have more unsettled. We sausage curbs in particular having greater impact on vehicle stability. Engine braking is less likely to cause you to lock up now. And tyre pressure adjustments have more of an effect on grip and heat of the tyre. So it's going to be fun having people trying to get used to that again. Let's see Super Striker on the revenge path now and gets past Bob there and moves up into 5th place yet again. Of course, technically this is the battle for the lead, considering the drivers in front have all still got to do a pit stop. So when are we going to be seeing these drivers at the front jumping into the pits? Of course, Super Striker now is caught up on Ben T. Smith by 2 seconds just in this lap alone. So the tyres on Ben T. Smith's car are not doing him any justice right now. Yeah, the McLarens look like they're doing well right now, but they are going to need to do another pit stop, and it's not going to be helping them at all. The longer they stay out, the worse it's going to get. Looking at Morph right now, he's going to drop all the way down to 12th place at least. So it's a big jump. We've got 5 laps left of racing here now. Ben T. Smith jumps into the pits. And Super Striker doesn't get the DRS because of that. And so Morph stays out. Super Striker, Bob, both battling out for 2nd now. We've got Mel Dave, Ross Northover and Ben T. Smith all in the pit lane at the moment. Joshy Volko's there being overtaken by Jay-Z there. Ross Northover came right out next to Mel Dave. We'll see if Mel Dave's going to be able to defend any. Or if Ross is going to be aggressive enough on these fresh soft compound tyres. He's going to need to do a few laps on them. Jay-Z getting a time penalty of 3 seconds now. So looking at it right now, at the penalty situation, Bob only has to stick within 3 seconds of Super Striker in order to get that win. And if he manages to do that, then he's going to be getting maximum points. Looking further up though, Mark Bow looking really close to the back of Little Machine in that Williams there. Ben T. Smith overtaking the Alpine of Always Grinding. Now Mark Bow, what's he going to be able to do? He's going to be able to make a pass for 4th place, which is going to turn into 3rd now, and he's back up where he was. But has he made these double pit stop? Yes, he has, and he's on the soft tyres. So now, can he pull this gap in? All he needs to do is pull that gap in 4 seconds, and he can get a 2nd place. If he manages to do that, then it's going to be absolutely spectacular for him. And what a great recovery race that would be. Joshy Volko's looking to make a move on the Ferrari. Nope, he has to wait patiently now and wait until the next overtaking opportunity. He's got M. Harry right behind him on in that Red Bull on the hard compound tyres. Jay-Z's got the advantage here, being on them medium compound tyres. He's on the more grippier tyre but less durable, so he will fall off a little earlier. But if they're going to fall off, I don't think they will. We've only got 3.5 laps remaining. We'll flash back up to the top right now. Bob still just keeping that DRS within range, and Mark, he's got himself a 3-second time penalty for booking it too much. Oh, but now he's getting that gap right down, but it's not going to be enough. He needs to get a 3-second gap now to Little Majin. Joshy Volko's getting a 3-second time penalty. We just seen Super Striker there being overtaken by Bob. Mark putting in the fastest lap, 123.273. 373, sorry, my mistake. Harry looking for an overtake on both the Mercedes and the Ferrari of Joshi Wilkos and GZ. Absolutely spectacular overtake there. And now Joshi Wilkos is under threat from the Ferrari of GZ. Is GZ going to be able to reclaim that position back and at least walk away with a consolation prize of sixth place? And no, he's going to have to wait and stay behind in seventh place right now. And that's the thing, all this battling here for fifth has brung the rest of these field up. Super Calgon, Joshi and Harry, I don't think they're looking particularly good. Rosto, not got any penalties and is sitting in 11th right now. And if he keeps up this speed, maybe overtakes a couple of them, he can actually move all the way up to 5th place even. So we'll see how things are going to unfold soon. Morph right on the back of GZ, of course. Morph looking good, but he's got a 6-second penalty. Oh, Super Striker and Bobble battling it out again. GZ peeps, I keep missing the battles. There we go, Morph getting past GZ there. Them soft tyres coming in handy at the end of the Grand Prix. Is he going to be going for a move on Joshi? And he is. Josh getting distracted by Connor, who isn't here. And there we go, flashback. You see the cars disappear behind the grandstands. And Morph appears in front of Joshi Wilkos as they exit the back of the grandstands at 2. We'll go further up right now. We'll have a real look at this battle for the lead between Super Striker and Bobble. Of course, Super Striker got that 3-second time penalty, which is going to hinder him. Ross Northover getting a 3-second time penalty. So the only people without one is Horatio, Murph, Brewdog, Little Majin and Bob. The only drivers here, all 5 of them, without a penalty. We're not going to count Connor because he isn't here. Looking right now at Bob, the Aston Martin, using the DRS, using a little bit of the battery as well, quite a bit of the battery actually, to get back up in the lead on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Now, just to make sure he gets that position, he's going to have to stay within the white lines and stay in front of Super Striker. It's going to be a bit of a tall order. But looking down, Morph and Harry battling out here. Of course, Morph is just going to be a little bit of a consolation prize as he's going to be jumping down a good few places. With having 6 seconds over Harry, but then he's going to stay ahead of Joshi Wilkos at least. Also, looking at this battling here, Mel Dave getting right close there. Ross Northover desperate to try and get past and make up spaces here. All these drivers are all so close together. So we've got from 5th all the way down into 11th place, all within 1 second of each other. This is going to get chaotic in just a few moments. Bob now just coming up to the final DRS section, so we'll move on board with him for a moment. And there we go, as he's coming around the final corner. World Championship leader at the moment extends his lead even further and gets the win. Absolutely smashing drive from the Aston Martin. Their Super Striker coming home in 2nd. Then we've got Mark in the Alpine, making up for that awful mistake that happened earlier on in the Grand Prix. Little Majin comes home in 4th. And we see Morph and Joshi Wilkos drop right down. Then we've got Harry 5th, 6th is GZ, Super Calgon 7th. Then we've got Horatio, Mel Dave, Morph, Ross Northover. Then we've got Joshi Wilkos, Ben T. Smith always grinding. We've got Nobby Bootneck just coming across the line, but Murph is going to finish ahead of him. And there we go, he's going to move ahead of him. There we go, up into 15th. Then we've got Nobby Bootneck in 16th and Brewdog in 17th, who just missed out on that 16th position by 1/10, I do believe. Well, imagine getting EA's driver of the day. There we go, Bob. Doing his little shadow boxing because he definitely put on a fight out there. Same as Super Striker and Mark. Nicely done there from the trio there. We'll go on to the finishing order. There we go. Bob in first place, then Mod Super Striker in second. Got that 3-second time penalty, unfortunately. Let him down in the end for that win. Mark coming back from after having a terrible spin in the first few laps. He ended up walking away with the fastest lap, also 1:23.373. Little margin in third, and what fourth was Little margin. Fifth was Harry. Then what Jay-Z, then Super Calvin actually done quite a good race, up 7 places. Ratio in eighth. Ninth was Mel Dave. Morph up 3 places in 10th. 11th Ross Northover. Then we had Joshy Wilco. Ben T. Smith always grinding in 14th. Murph in 15th. 16th was Snobby Bootneck. Brewdog in 17th. 18th was Eric Pinto, and Connor, who wasn't here this session, unfortunately, finished last. So there you have it, folks. That is the end of round 4 here in season 10. We'll have a wee quick look and see what the next race is going to be, as I forget it quite often. So it's going to be Miami next race, and it's going to be a sprint race. So make sure you guys are here next week, same time, and you don't want to miss it. So for me, it is peace out.